And Operation Market Garden was a spectacular failure since he
Oh
could
yeah.
not really plan that well.
He
And
underestimated the Germans completely there.
com I think and his Rhine crossing was just so grandiose, but not really, I would call it practical.
And for
And
once, he failed logistically because he really didn't understand the challenges of using paratroopers during Market Garden. That really
true.
screwed things up.
And one thing I'll just say about Montgomery, which is in his praise, the one of the reasons he never pushed hard was ultimately the Allied armies were volunteers, sort of conscripted volunteers. They were not forced like how we would see the Soviets or the Germans go over their men. So he knew that they could not really get too aggressive with them. So, to keep the morale up. And it was also said that he wanted to ensure Britain had its influence in post-war Europe along with the Americans and the Soviets, which is why he was very cautious and wanted the US to do the brunt of the work and keep command so that he could take a lot of credit and Britain maintain strength. But ultimately, he was a good planner and he knew how to motivate the men. He knew what limit you could really push such a volunteer army till before you needed to pause. But he was completely unable to grasp the initiative or take an opportunity when it came its way. And yeah, the personality really was horrible. I don't think anyone ever stood him. I think the only Allied commander overall in the war that was as insufferable was, they say, it's Admiral Ernest King.
Yeah, it's funny. If you look up lists of like the worst admirals, for some reason, people really hate Ernest King. And it's more about his personality than his command, because I would not even remotely consider him a bad commander, but whatever.
True enough.